Hello everyone, welcome to my channel or welcome back. Here to run through my melts for the week. So first I'll do my empties and then I'll go on to my unempties. Like last week, this was a week where I focused on using things up. Maybe not as much as last week. I do think I have a few more unempties this week than I did last week, but I still have a fair pile of empties that I got through. So yeah, good week on that front. I will admit I am a little bit distracted. I almost wasn't going to film this video tonight. It's Saturday night here. And it's the night of our federal election, so quite important. I'm not going to get into the whole politics side of things, but I am trying to follow it fairly closely. So I probably will take breaks throughout this. I have my spare phone here. I probably will take breaks throughout this just to check how things are going. So just if you see me reaching over to pause every now and then, that's why. So yeah, let's get stuck into what I emptied first. So I've got this scoop of L3 waffle cone, blackberry, cotton candy, boardwalk mellow clouds. So I've liked this one. It's not one like I'm obsessed with, but it's been a very nice, very sweet kind of like blackberry cotton candy scent, I'd say. Yeah, like blackberry cotton candy. I don't really get waffle cone from it. The boardwalk mellow clouds adds like a nice, it's sweet. It makes it more sweet. But also makes it leans a little bit more perfumey than like just straight up like cotton candy. But still, I'd say blackberry cotton candy is a good description for this one. I get very good strong throw from it. Doesn't feel like it's a repurchase, but I have enjoyed melting that. Teddy Bees Peach Cobbler. So this is fresh peaches with a touch of cinnamon baked into a buttery golden crust Bath Body Works type. So this is actually not the same peach cobbler that she uses in her peach cobbler circus cookies. I did ask a while ago, I think when she first did this clam, I asked her if it was the same and she said it's not. But it's an amazing, in both sense, amazing peach cobbler. This one, I mean, I'm not familiar with the Bath and Body Works type, but this one, it's juicy, but it is warm and spicy, but it's not over spiced. It's a delicious peach bakery mix. It is really, really good and very, very strong. This one, I had it in my lounge room and it was going absolutely crazy all through the front of the house. So love it. I do think I slightly prefer peach cobbler circus cookies just because that one's it's just a bit unique, I think, for a peach bakery. But still, I really enjoyed this one. I would get it again. At the same time as melting that one, I also melted Super Tarts Abraham. So this is Cracker Jacks, peaches, vanilla glaze, and sugar cookies. I've never loved this one, and for some reason, it took me a while to figure out. I just don't like the scent of Cracker Jacks, and what is it? It's like a pretzel-y, caramelly, nutty kind of thing, I think. It wasn't until I realized that. I'm like, I don't like any of those things. So kind of makes sense that I don't love it. Yeah, it's got a kind of nutty caramel tone to it. Maybe a little pretzel. I don't love it. The peach smells nice, but yeah, the rest of it, not so much. It was weird when I was melting it. When I first went into the bedroom, because I had it in the bedrooms in the morning, and I was like, oh, this smells actually not bad. It smells better than I remember. And then I realized that the Teddy Bees was on in the lounge room, and that was throwing so strongly that I was actually smelling that mixed with this, and that smelled really good. So when I went further into the room and away from sort of the doorway area, then this sort of faded out, and then all I could smell was that, and I didn't love it. So yeah, Abraham throws well, but not as well as the Teddy Bees. Not a repurchase, just not my favorite. Southbound Good Morning Pumpkin. So this is pumpkin pecan waffles and zucchini bread. So really good, but I feel like it's not my favorite combo of the two. I feel like I think I just prefer L3's pumpkin pecan waffles a little bit more, and probably L3's zucchini bread as well, to be honest. This one takes on a very nutty kind of, whether it's like more pecan or something, I'm not sure, but I definitely feel like I get more nuttiness from this one than I would from, say, like an L3. I don't know if I've had L3 pumpkin pecan waffles, zucchini bread, and vanilla bean Noel. So a little bit of vanilla, but still, it was just a better bakery mix for me personally. So yeah, if you do like your pumpkin pecan waffles very rich and very nutty and mapley, then I feel like this one is probably for you. Southbound, I think me and Southbound's pumpkin pecan waffles just maybe aren't, don't get along super well. So great throw, but not a repurchase. Super Tarts Beast, so Blueberries and Cornbread. Fantastic blueberry bakery scent. Her cornbread is just, it's my favorite. Like, it, and sometimes I don't know if it actually smells realistically like cornbread. I feel like maybe it's, I don't know, but it just, because cornbread, the only real life cornbread I've encountered smelled very corn and savory like. And some vendor cornbreads I've smelled have smelled like what that cornbread was like, but this one doesn't. And her blueberry is fantastic. So it's just a really delicious blueberry bakery scent. It always throws well. I think I will get that one again because I really enjoy it. I like this one more though. So Oklahoma, Blueberry and Biscuits. I don't know what it is about this one, but it smells jammier. The blueberry smells more like a blueberry jam for some reason than that one. But I don't, so maybe it's different blueberry oils. I don't know. Or just the bakery is a different bakery note and it just... But yeah, this one smells like it's got like a blueberry jam on it and I'm here for that. So I get great throw from it. I definitely would repurchase this one again. Oklahoma I think is like my... I like Grudge as well. I don't know. Super Tarts has the best blueberry bakery for me of the vendors. But Oklahoma I think is my favorite of all of them. Pumpkin Parcel Pecan Pie. So this is really nice. It's just a really nice kind of spiced, warm, slightly nutty bakery. Not too pecan-y, like just really good. It's good blended. It's good on its own. I really enjoy it. I really like having this kind of option from an Australian vendor. It throws kind of medium to high. I do wish it threw a little bit stronger, but it is good. I do think I'd get that again because it's a really nice one to be able to get closer to home. And then I have this pile of bags. I actually don't have as many empties as I thought I did. It's fine, but yeah, for some reason I thought I emptied more this week than I did. But anyway, let's get into it. So L3 African Rain. So this is a nice, it's a very strong, I was going to say floral, and it kind of is a floral rain, but it's a very specific tropical kind of floral. I feel like the bag, it smelled quite subdued in the bag, but I do know when it throws, it is quite strong and it is very, yeah, very much a tropical kind, like, I feel like I smell like orchids and things like that. So yeah, it's good. It throws like very well, like quite strong. It's not a repurchase, and I think this was like an oil that she was discontinuing anyway, so not going to be a repurchase, but it was nice. Strawberry pound cake, beach nights, and Santa's on keto. So I really enjoy this. I have for a while. I don't always love her strawberry pound cake, but I do like it in certain blends. It's a little bit plasticky for me on its own, but in blends, some blends not so much. Some blends it works really well. This one, because I really like her beach nights. I know a lot of people don't, because her beach nights is saltier than I think a lot of beach night scents are. I like that. I know not everybody does, but I do. So yeah, I like this one. I like it more in summer because I find like it's a good one for a summer morning when I kind of want a bakery scent, because Santa's on keto is like a brown sugar bakery kind of scent. So it's like a bakery scent, but it's summery. But yeah, I enjoyed it this time around. I've got another bag of it because I did go a bit nuts on this one. I bought a few bags of it. I definitely slowed down on melting it. So it's probably not going to be a repurchase once I've finished the other bag as well, but I have enjoyed melting it. This labelless bag, I'm pretty sure, yeah, this was Empire Alchemy Pasadena. So Pasadena is, it's got a scent called Rose Parade, and then so it's got notes of rose, but you don't really get that. It's got laundry, it's got lime and caramel. I don't know, it's a really unique blend, but I really like it. It's kind of fresh and fruity at the same time, and it's just got a very unique slight lime twinge to it. I don't know, it's very hard to describe, but I really do like it a lot. It throws very strongly as well, this one. I've already repurchased it once before. I would repurchase it again, but probably not in big quantities. I don't need like huge amounts of that one. It's just, I don't know, it's a nice scent. L3 Waxy Wonders Blueberry Waffle Cone Kolache. So this I really like. So berry waffle cone on its own is not a scent I've loved. I don't know. I've tried it a couple of times and it just hasn't really, has a tone to it that just doesn't quite work for me. But with the blueberry, I really like it. I feel like the blueberry just kind of smooths out that tone that I don't like and just amps up the berry in a way. It makes it a little bit sweeter, I think, which I think I like. But this one was good too because while you get the extra sweetness from the blueberry, the kolaches are the kind of dry, not overly sweet bakery. So I felt like the two kind of... Yeah, so this is like a very strong berry mix with that sort of dry kolaches. I was quite a fan of this one. I got very strong pro. I don't know if I need to get it with kolaches again, but I do think I would do blueberry with berry waffle cone. I don't know. I thought that combo was good. I would probably sub out the kolaches and maybe do a different type of bakery, maybe even zucchini bread or something. But yeah, I'm glad I kind of figured out that I liked that. Cookies with the clauses and coconut extreme from L3. So I did this in my office. I really liked it. It was just bakery with a really nice coconut tone. I feel like I need to melt more of that coconut extreme. I feel like I don't really know what it smells like, but it just smells like when I've had it in a couple of blends, it adds a really nice coconut tone, like a sweet kind of coconut. Yeah, I like this. It was probably medium throw, but I do think I'd get it again, not in huge quantities, but I'd get small quantities of it. All right, first pause. Okay, I'm back. Cashmere, Cedar, Palo Santo, Vanilla Sandalwood from L3. So this is a blend I've really enjoyed. I remember the first time I was a bit worried because I think it gave me quite a headache, but the last couple of times I've melted it, it hasn't. Oh, legs. Yeah, this is a really nice balance of that kind of smooth and sweet body care-esque cashmere cedar. But with so I feel like cashmere cedar does dominate in this one, but you still get really nice a really nice woody tone from sort of the vanilla sandalwood and the Palo. So yeah, I really do enjoy this one. It actually throws very strongly, and I think that's why it I think it did give me a headache once, but yeah, it was good every other time. I would get this one again, I think. I feel like I'm overdoing the cashmere cedar blends a little bit. So some of them I try and I really enjoy them, but that doesn't necessarily mean I need to get them again. But this one, I think I would. I think I did really like that one. L3 Bale Hook. So this is Chrome, Cuban Tobacco, Whipped Cream, Boardwalk Mallow Clouds. So this is a really nice scent. I really like the way it balances out kind of that masculine chrome scent with like sweet notes, sweet creamy notes. So the whipped cream and the Boardwalk Mallow Clouds. And the Cuban Tobacco is a really interesting tone in this one as well. I tend to use this one just in the bedrooms. I do kind of like, and I'm melting a few today actually, I'm really enjoying kind of masculine scents that are blended with Boardwalk Mallow Clouds and like sort of sweeter, girly kind of things. I just like, I don't know, I just like that sort of smooth, sweet tone with them against the masculine. I feel like it's a really nice combo, especially for the bedrooms. So yeah, this one I've had it before and I have really enjoyed it. This was probably one of the first scents of that kind of wheelhouse that I really kind of fell for, and it's still one of my favorites just because I feel like the Cuban Tobacco is just a really unique note against the Boardwalk Mallow Clouds. This one, it performs well. I wouldn't say it's a powerhouse, but I think that's actually a good thing for the bedrooms too. It's already been a repurchase once. I reckon I would get it again. I never get big quantities of it, but I just keep picking up like little puppy packs and stuff whenever I see it, and I always melt it. I always enjoy it. So. Green Apple Brown Bitty Kolaches from L3. So I melted this one last week as well. I had one last piece, so I figured I might as well finish it. I like it. It's got a very, I don't know what the Brown Betty is, but to me, it's got a very strong kind of brown sugar, maybe cinnamon sugar, maybe a little like a caramel kind of note. It doesn't have the strongest apple note. It does have a little bit of an apple, but it's not like, you know, in your face apple. And I like it too because I feel like the kolaches is actually a bit dialed down. Like, kolaches can be a little bit much sometimes for me, but I don't get a huge amount of kolaches in this. So yeah, I have enjoyed it. It throws well. I don't think it needs to be a repurchase. I'm just not super into those types of scents, but it's not a bad one for this time of year. It is quite cold. It actually feels more like winter right now than autumn. We've had very cold evenings. I think it's going to warm up a little bit next week, but yeah, we've had some... When I say cold, I always feel like I need to clarify this. It's not like, you know, snowing, freezing, that kind of thing. Like, we don't get that cold, but... you know, it's heater and warm blankets and that kind of thing. Empire Alchemy sugar and spiced cider. So this was bourbon spiked cider, rich caramel, pomegranate, and whipped cream. This is nice. I really like the combo of pomegranate and like cider, I think. Because it just kind of, cider can be a little bit sickly. It has a bit of an oversweet tone sometimes, but the pomegranate, I feel like, I just think it adds a little bit of tartness to it. I quite like pomegranate, I'm finding, in wax at the moment. I find it's actually not a bad substitute for cranberry. So cranberry, I do like cranberry sometimes, but a lot of the time it can be too tart. And sometimes that tart scent leans sour. So some cranberries smell really sour to my nose. But I'm liking pomegranate because I feel like you get tartness but more sweetness. It's a bit more well-rounded than cranberry for me. Like, that's just my personal preference. So yeah, I quite like this. The throw was kind of medium in my kitchen. I feel like I would have liked a bit more throw from it, but it did smell good. I possibly would get more of it, not big quantities, but I would be happy getting more of it. Oh, my foot is falling asleep no matter what I do. I'm going to have another pause break and see if I can make my foot wake up. All right. Let's see how long my feet last. Empire Alchemy Campfire Ghosts. So this is vetiver, rosewood, amber, Lord of Misrule, charred marshmallow, and vanilla woods. So last time I melted this, I melted it with another smoky Lord of Misrule scent going in the house at the same time. And I said I was a bit, I couldn't really tell the difference between the two. So I wanted to melt this one separately. And I do really like this one. There's a lot of nuance to this one, which I felt I just lost last time I melted it. Because the last one was more, it was just pipe smoke and Lord of Misrule and peeps, I think. So, pardon me. So a lot simpler, but they kind of smelled similar. But this one, yeah, I definitely got to appreciate it a little bit more when I wasn't melting that other scent. You know, there's a really interesting kind of spice, I think. Or kind of, I feel like the vetiver maybe is combining with some of the other notes to give it a kind of spice, but it's woody and smoky at the same time. So yeah, I've really enjoyed this one. It throws well. I'd say medium to high. Again, I still don't feel like it needs to be a repurchase. Like, I did really enjoy it. But yeah, it still is just a smoky, it is a really nice, nuanced, smoky Lord of Misrule, but I have smoky Lord of Misrule, so I probably don't need to get it again, but it was very good. This one I love. Scarecrow from Empire Alchemy. So charred hay bales, wood fire, smoked berries, and autumn air. This is amazing. This one, I think I've got at least one more of these little packs. I need a lot more of this one. She really does like it says it's a smoky berry note. It is a smoked berry note. Like, those berries are smoked. And you definitely get that. There's definitely kind of a dried, there's a lot of sort of smoke, and like in the notes there's charred, fire, smoked. And you do get all of those things, but it's not an overwhelmingly smoky, fiery scent at all. Like, you definitely get like wood and smoke, but the berries kind of tone it down. And there's something else as well, maybe the autumn air, that just, I don't know, it's just a phenomenal blend. Throws really, really well. 100% need more of this one. Like, I need a lot of this one. I really, really like that one. L3 Black, Cypress and Cassis. So Cypress, sweet cotton candy, ambergris, dried tobacco. Says it's earthy scented in brackets. I always really enjoy this one. It is a really nice, it is earthy. There is a slight touch of sweetness. I don't smell sweet cotton candy. So even though that's in the notes, I mean, you can tell that the sweetness is not like it's not like an earthy or an outdoorsy sweetness, but it doesn't smell like cotton candy either. It just adds a little pop of something, you know. But definitely get that kind of woody cypress. I do think I get a dried tobacco kind of note, but it all just combines into a really kind of unique earthy scent. So I very much enjoy this one. It throws really well. I do want to get this one again. Really like it. I feel like I'm saying a lot of the same things this week. Like, just throws well, really good, want to get it again. But I guess I just picked a lot of good things this week. Martha Stewart, sorry, from Vintage Chic Scents. I've got Martha and Snoop as well, but this is Martha Stewart. So this one is zucchini bread, vanilla butter fudge, and cupcakes at Tiffany's. So the Martha and Snoop version is that plus brown sugar, I think. I really enjoy this one. So, all right. So I like Martha and Snoop a little bit better than I like Martha Stewart. The brown sugar just really, I don't know, adds something special to the blend. For some reason, and I don't know why, this one throws much better for me than Martha and Snoop. Martha and Snoop never gets beyond medium. This one is actually quite strong. The only things I can think of is either the brown sugar somehow waters down the Martha and Snoop. I don't know. Or because this one was like a love heart and my Martha and Snoop is a loaf. So sometimes I find with vendors, I don't know if other people get this, but sometimes I find that different shapes do perform differently. The only logic I can think of behind that is that maybe because certain things will set, like obviously you pour your wax and it's hot, and then it sets, and I feel like potentially the amount of time that it takes to set, go from hot to cold and to harden up, sometimes I feel like maybe that can play a role in how well things throw. Because some vendors, I swear, like when they do flat thin wax, sometimes that can be better than their thick stuff and vice versa. So I don't know, maybe the loaf of Martha and Snoop, because it's a loaf, because I haven't had a loaf from Vintage Chic Scents before. But I do find all of these big jumbo heart things seem to do really well. I don't know. I really don't. Just kind of theorizing. But yeah, I do still really enjoy Martha Stewart though. The vanilla butter fudge kind of takes on a bready note to me in here. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I mean, maybe with the zucchini bread, but has it like a yeasty bread? Because the zucchini bread doesn't smell like a yeasty bread to me. So I feel like it gets that from the vanilla butter fudge. I don't detect cupcakes at Tiffany's in here. I know it will be, you know, making it will be helping the blend along, but I can't smell like that. It's when you get that kind of toffee and chocolate scent from it that I don't love it, and I don't get that here. So yeah, I really enjoy this one. It throws really well. I do think I'll get it again. Maybe in a heart again, maybe not a loaf. But yeah, it's a really good scent. Empire Alchemy Earl Grey Tea Pistachio Crusted Donuts. So this is nice. It's definitely more Earl Grey tea than pistachio crusted donuts. Pistachio scents, I used to say I don't like pistachio scents. I'm finding that there are a very small number of them that I do enjoy, but most of them I don't. And it's really hard for me to sort out what I do and what I don't like. Empire Alchemy seems to have a not bad one, but it does seem to be light. I feel like I never smell it in the blends it's in. This mostly smells like I get kind of a perfumey note, which sometimes I feel like I get from Earl Grey. It's got like that bergamot and yeah, I'd say the throw was medium on this at best. So yeah, it didn't do super well. And it just kind of smelled like an Earl Grey tea with a light bakery. So probably not a repurchase, but yeah. This labelless bag was Build-A-Bar from Dessa's Homespun Scents. in, it was pears and caramel sauce and sugared zucchini streusel. So this time around, it was the last piece, and I feel like it had more chunks than overpour. She does 1 cent in the chunks and 1 in the overpour. This one smelled kind of too much like the pears and caramel sauce, and not even like the pears and caramel sauce. It just smelled like caramel sauce. Because I've had pears and caramel sauce on its own. I have a bag of it, and it smells really good. When you warm it up, like, it smells kind of overly caramelly on cold, but when you warm it up, it turns into a really lovely pear scent. And I don't normally love pear scents, but I really like pears and caramel sauce. But for some reason, this one, I don't know. And I don't remember having this problem with the rest of the bar, but it kind of just took on a really sharp toffee-like caramel scent, and I didn't love it. So it threw well, but yeah, I wouldn't do that combo again. She's got a pre-order, I think, opening in a few hours, so, which I wasn't planning on going in for, but I do kind of want to do a couple of blender bars. I miss those now that she does the ready to ship. So I might end up doing that. I don't know. If I wake up, if I might set an alarm, and if I wake up and figure out what I'm meant to do, I might jump on and grab a couple. But definitely trying to keep a small order. Aunt Nelly's Zucchini Supreme. So pumpkin pecan waffles, sugar cookie dough, and zucchini bread. So these Aunt Nelly blends are like her zucchini bread scents. There's a few of them I really love. This one is okay. It's not my favorite because I just don't love the sugar cookie dough. Sugar cookie dough, I don't know, it's overly sweet and it kind of smells, it has a plastic tone to me. So even though I really like the pumpkin pecan waffles, I really like the zucchini bread, I feel like the sugar cookie dough is probably the strongest part of this blend, and it's just not. So yeah, it's not bad, but I just don't love it. I go in, every time I go in, yeah, I'm just always like, well, there's something about that one that I'm not sure about. It's a very strong throwing scent, but I don't need to get that again. Okay, so after all the empties, for some reason I got to my pile of bags and I was like, oh, I'm nearly done with the empties, but I forgot that I actually had a lot of empty bags. So anyway, I've got this going down in my lounge room at the moment. So Pharmacist Daughter Bull Sluice, so blue sugar, marshmallow fireside, and flannel sheets. Now, it's a bit hard to tell this story because it's about the way a few different scents in my house interacted at the same time. And I'm not up to the other scents yet, so I'm trying to find at least one of them. Basically, I got home and there was another scent in the house that was completely overtaking everything, and I just needed to sweeten the house up a little bit, and this was not sweet enough. So I'll get to the story about that scent. But so I threw in some Super Tarts toasted marshmallows to this one. So alright, so let's talk about it. So Bull Sluice is nice. It's quite masculine. It's quite heavy on the flannel sheets and the blue sugar. So it's a very, very sharp. It kind of makes me think of like metal, like stainless steel or something. This like flannel sheets and blue sugar. And you do get a little bit of a creaminess and sweetness from the marshmallow fireside. But I just, for whatever reason, tonight I needed more of that. So I ended up throwing in the toasted mallow from Super Tarts. Her toasted mallow, I've had this blending donut for some time and I've hardly used it. It's not as sweet as I would think. I mean, it is, but it kind of almost smells like a burnt cotton candy or something. Anyway, I did find that it helped. Like it added more creaminess and more sweetness. So took this to a place that I could enjoy it more. I think I just wasn't super in the mood for a flannel sheets kind of blend, and the scent in the other room, which I'm about to talk about, kind of messed things up for me. So Bull Sluice, not a repurchase. It is a strong throwing scent, but it's just a little bit too flannel sheety to me. Super Tarts Toasted Mallow, also not a repurchase. It's just not a blender I reach for very often, but it did the job today. So that's what I was looking for. In my office at the moment, I have Great Outdoors from the Pharmacist's Daughter. I have no idea what's in here. It smells good though. It is a nice scent. Yeah, it's a really nice tree-like scent, but it smells a little bit soapy as well. Like, this smells like if you had a really nice tree-scented soap. So, honestly, I'm enjoying it. I feel like I don't get many outdoorsy scents that smell like soap that smell really, like a really good outdoorsy scent, like not too soapy. I don't know. I just feel like that balance is hard to get right, but I feel like that one has it. It's throwing pretty well in the office. I'd say medium to high. And I might repurchase a little bit of that one day. Vintage Chic Scents Fall Fun Fest. So this is pumpkin pecan waffles, yellow cake, and zucchini. So this is good. Like, this is a really nice pumpkin pecan waffles forward. Her pumpkin pecan waffle scent is good. You get a bit of the zucchini bread. Yellow cake, I don't know. I do feel like I smell another bakery in there, but I can't really put my finger on what it is. It just smells like a good bakery mix. Yeah, it's yummy. It throws well. This one throws, I think the first time I melted it, I didn't think it threw very well, but this time I had it in the kitchen, it did fine. It doesn't feel like a repurchase just because, again, pumpkin pecan waffles and zucchini bread. I think the L3 combo that I've had with Vanilla Bean Noel, that is my favorite of, if you're going to do a simple pumpkin pecan waffles and zucchini bread, that one is just the one that I love. So I'll probably keep going back to that one, but this one was really nice as well. And the last of the empties before I move to the unempties is L3 apple cider cinnamon sugar coffee bean zucchini bread. So I melted this one last week, had a few pieces left, decided to do it this week as well. I really, really like this scent. It's like, it definitely has a lot of coffee in it, but it's not an overwhelmingly coffee scent. I feel like you do get quite a bit of cider, but the cinnamon sugar really changes it and turns it into something a bit different to your typical apple cider scent. And then you do get the bakery note from the zucchini as well. And just a coffee bean in the background. Like, it's got a lot going on in it, I feel like, but I really do enjoy it. It's a really nice warming scent on a cold morning. Like, it's just, yeah, been really good. I wouldn't need a big quantity, but I think I will try to get more of that. I'm guessing that would be more like a fall scent. So when autumn comes around for in America, I might get a little bit more of that for next year. All right, so now on to the stuff that I did not finish. And another leg stretch. Okay, so L3, black sugar, boardwalk mallow clouds, smoked vanilla, and leather. All right. So I put this one on today and left the house. Took the dog out for a bit of a walk. I came back. I've been a little bit scared about this one. Scared, but also I thought it would work out okay. Like, because there's some intense scents in here, but the boardwalk mallow clouds, smelling it cold, really seems to balance it out, add a lot of sweetness, lightness, femininity to a quite heavy masculine scent. On cold, I got home and it was quite confronting because I had it in the bedrooms and just the entire house just smelled like motor oil. Like, just crazy. I think the black sugar contributed to that. Some people say black sugar smells like motor oil. It doesn't normally on its own, but it sure does when you combine it with leather and smoked vanilla. It was just like, I mean, it didn't really smell like motor oil. It smelled like, I could smell perfume and like, I could smell that it was like a fragrance, but it just was overwhelming and it was suffocating, to be honest. Like, it was full on, and I had to immediately not only change this, but that was the reason that I had to throw some more marshmallow into the bull sluice, because I was also melting this, and this had just completely overtaken that room to the point where I just went, even once, it was either a matter of changing them both out because I just couldn't deal with such heavy masculine scents anymore, or add something to add more sweetness and creaminess to that. So that's what I did for that one. This one I changed. On cold, it definitely doesn't smell that intense. But, yeah, just because smoked vanilla can be very smoky. And obviously her leather must just be, I don't think I've done much with L3 leather before. I do like a good leather scent. I think Tea Time Tarts blends leather really well, and Super Tarts does very well with leather. But some vendors, whether it's the oil, the way they blend it, you've got to be, the leather has to be subtle. It has to be there, but it has to be subtle. And this was not subtle. This was a bulldozer through a freaking china shop. This was crazy. So I will not be melting this again. I'm sure, as you can tell from my description, the throw was something else. But yeah, if you like leather, try that one. No, I don't know, like, just, yeah, the Boardwalk Mallow Clouds was not there enough. It just, yeah, didn't work. L3, Oregon Autumn, King of the North. So Oregon Autumn being like fresh, clean, fallen rain and leaves, and King of the North being like pheromones, black pepper, bergamot, and rainstorm. I love this combo. It is one of my all-time favorite fresh combos, because I feel like you get like that like fresh, clean, kind of sweet forest air, but then the King of the North adds this kind of atmospheric, like there's a thunderstorm building in the distance, and I just love it. It's just one of the best thunderstormy combos I've ever smelled. I've been in love with this one for a long time. It's probably one of the first vendor wax scents I think I got it in my very first L3 order, and it was one of the first scents that made me absolutely just go head over heels for like vendor wax in general. So I'm nearly finished this loaf. Yeah, maybe 4 or 5 melts left, maybe 6 if I feel like pushing it a bit. So I do want to finish it up because I feel like it actually grew pretty well this time, but I feel like it just doesn't quite, because it was always a very strong scent. I feel like it isn't quite as strong as it used to be. I have 2 scoops that I have the Oregon Autumn and the King of the North. I can combine them, and then once that's done, I will probably get more of it, because it is absolutely a favorite of mine. Teddy Bee's Strawberry Fudgery. So this is strawberry pound cake, vanilla fudge butter and patisserie. I love this so much. It smells like strawberry fudge. Like, I actually, a week or 2 ago, I really got a craving for real fudge, and so I ordered some fudge. There's like a fudge business up in Queensland that's very popular. I ordered some fudge, and I couldn't get strawberry. I really wanted to. But seriously, it just gave me all of the happy thoughts. And this makes me think of just delicious strawberry fudge. I don't really smell the patisserie. I don't know why. It probably adds something good to it. But really this just smells like amazing strawberry fudge. I love it. I always get decent performance from it. Like, it's not really strong, but it's good enough. I've got 2 more souffles after this, so I've still got some. But this is like one of my all-time favorite strawberry bakery scents, so it's always going to be a repurchase for me, I think. I did this one because it's in the pre-order this weekend. The pre-order that's up right now from Teddy Bees. So Teddy Bees Snowpocalypse 2021. A magnificent blend of Boardwalk, Marshmallow Clouds, Cashmere, Sandalwood, Vanilla Bean, and Cedar. So this, I was a bit on the fence about, and in the end I didn't get it after I melted this. A few things about it. One, it's not super strong, I think. And I can kind of tell that on cold. It's just not it probably, I think it was medium maybe in my office, which is a pretty good indication it's not a super strong scent. It is a really nice, pretty scent. Nothing really stands out in it to me. Like, I get a bit of the Boardwalk Mallow Clouds, a touch of cedar, like Cashmere cedar, I think it is. A little bit of Sandalwood. It's a nice kind of delicate, like body care, like woody scent. I do think it is very much like a sort of, Boardwalk Mallow Cloudsy, perfumy body care sort of scent, but with nice woody tones. So it is nice. I just don't feel like it's something that I must have again. And yeah, I definitely would have liked the performance to be better on this. So not a repurchase, but I will enjoy the rest of it. So I don't know if you were I assume if you were wanting to get it, you've probably already placed your order, but if you were, you know, throwing up, and don't get me wrong, it's nice if you have, you will probably like it. But yeah, it's, for me, it's not a must-have. I didn't actually have anything, I think, so I have ordered from Teddy Bees. I always order from Teddy Bees. But I haven't gotten anything, there was nothing that I needed in a loaf. Which was surprising. Normally there's something I must have in a loaf or a tub. Either it's something that I have been hanging out to get for a while. But I'm pretty good, like most of my like top Teddy Bees scents, I've built up my bigger collection of now, like scents like Khaleesi and Riverlands and Winter Farmhouse and Strawberry Fudgery and those kind of scents. I have a decent stock of them now. So probably the only scent that was on the list that I really normally would want more of was the Riverlands, because I love the Riverlands. But I have most of a loaf sitting there, so I didn't need to get that one. So there's a few scents. I only got souffles. There's a few scents that I got that are repeats. I'm just talking about this now because the pre-order's up now, so who knows? You might want to know this, you might not. So I think the repeats I got were Dornishman's Wife, Rain and Woods, cheesecake cookies, Dornishman's Wife, cheesecake cookies, and then everything else was either new to me or new to her, because she had quite a few. She always has quite a few new things. Satsumas and Lemon, I haven't tried that one yet, but it smells amazing, so I knew I'd need more of that. Yeah, okay, so those are the scents I repeated. So not that many scents actually that I got on repeat, but anyway, so that was where I went with my Teddy Bees order. Anyway, tangent. So back to the melts. L3 Blackberry, Cashmere, Cedar, Sandalwood, Toasted Mallow. I really enjoy this. It's a very strong woody blackberry. Yeah, you get a strong, sweet, I feel like the Cashmere Cedar, that kind of sweet and body care woody scent. So it is a woody blackberry, but you definitely get a lot of that Cashmere kind of scent. So yeah, it's woody blackberry, but with a real sweetness to it. So I quite enjoy it. Like, I like a good woody blackberry scent, but it is just that bit different. This one is very strong. This kind of overtook some other scents that were melting, I think. I possibly would get it again. Don't need it in big quantities, but I would be happy to have that again. Teddy Bees Surfside Sweet Shop. Oh yeah, so this is in the pre-order this week as well. Birthday cake, marshmallow cream, butter cookies, cake batter, and beach treats, which is beach nights. So I know that I am in the minority on this scent. Very much in the minority on this scent. Like, because this is one of her absolute fan favorites. It seems to get poured every pre-order. I am not the biggest fan of Surfside Sweet Shop. It starts with me not being the hugest fan of her beach treats. I used to love her beach nights, beach treats. I used to go crazy for it, and then it was like a light switch. I just went, nah, can't do it anymore. There are some blends I'm still okay with it. And look, this one is okay. I don't hate it. I still melt it. I don't mind it, but it's just kind of, it's a bit nothing burger to me, to be honest. It's a bit like icing. It's got a little bit of a plasticky note. I don't know. It doesn't. Yeah, it's just, it's meh for me. It is just meh. It's not the strongest of throws either. It's kind of medium to high. It's not going to be a repurchase. I don't know. I melt it sometimes because I want to get through it, but sorry. Like, I know a lot of people love it. It's still worth getting if you think you'll love it. But for me, it's just not. L3 Charcoal Tonka Flannel Sheet Steel Sugar. I really like this. I was a bit concerned because, like I said with the flannel, with the other blends with flannel sheets, very kind of heavy, kind of metallic masculine scent. And sometimes that can be a bit much for me. And this one, it didn't seem like it has any notes to kind of settle it down. Like Charcoal Tonka, well, I'm not familiar with Charcoal Tonka, but it seems like that would be quite heavy as well. Steel Sugar, But I quite liked this one. Like, yes, it is masculine and heavy, but there is a light, something that lightens it. I'm not sure what, but I don't know. I quite liked it. The flannel sheets is definitely not overpowering. Could be the charcoal tonka is actually not as, like, heavy as I thought it might be. I don't know, but I actually quite enjoyed this one. It threw very strongly. Might not be a repurchase, but I will enjoy finishing that, and I feel like I don't need to worry about it being overly masculine. Like, it's not that bad. The Pharmacist's Daughter RIP. So this is blackberry jam, zucchini, bread, funnel cake, jelly donut. So last couple of times I melted this, I felt like it was just like a blackberry jam scent and not much else. And yeah, this time I put it on in my office, and I think I figured out the problem. The problem with this one is for about half an hour to an hour at the start, this one smells amazing. And then it collapses. It's gone. And I think that's why previously when I've melted it, I probably haven't checked in on it in the first hour. Because yeah, right here, right now, it smells like heavenly blackberry jam bakery. Like, so good. I can smell jelly donut, which to be honest, at first I couldn't smell it either. I feel like jelly donut is an oil that takes a long time to cure up. Because even in the sense that I do enjoy jelly donut in, I feel like I have to let them sit longer to cure. I don't know why. It's a jelly donut thing. But this one, oh my God, it smells so good. And for the first hour, this one smelled amazing. I was just like, I love blackberry jam bakery, and this was just perfect blackberry jam bakery with a little bit of jelly from the jelly donut. But then it was gone. Seriously, an hour. I could still smell something, but all of the magic was just gone. I don't know why that is. It makes me really sad because I love it, but it just smells like a light blackberry jam bakery scent after that. So, yeah, not going to be a repurchase, I think. And I guess when I use this up, I'm just going to have to use it in scenarios where maybe if I'm going out for the day, so I can have delicious bakery for an hour and then not worry about it. But made me sad. This is going in my bedrooms at the moment. So this is when I switched off that leather Boardwalk Mallow Clouds blend, I put this one on instead. So Teddy Bears Between the Sheets, Magnolia Blossoms, Green Leaf, Sandalwood, Melon, Stainless Steel, Lavender Jasmine, and Fresh Ozone. This is really nice. It has an oil in it, which I know I'm familiar with. I know I have smelled elsewhere, but I couldn't for the life of me tell you what it is. But this one, it's a really nice bedroom scent. I guess the name Between the Sheets is a good name after all. It's not really a laundry scent. It is fresh and airy and floral, quite floral, but in a really nice way. But there's kind of a sweet smoothness to it as well. Something a little bit different. It almost feels like it could lean, there's no lavender in here, but it almost feels like it could lean into lavender. So yeah, it's kind of this nice balance of kind of fresh and floral, but like smooth, and it's nice. I'm enjoying it. It was a good scent to replace the really heavy leather scent, because I just felt like I needed something just to really freshen up the bedrooms without going like, you know, super crisp or anything like that. So this was a really good choice for that. It is very strong as well. And this one could be a repurchase. I'll see how I go through the rest of it, but I am enjoying that one. Empire Alchemy Grey Days. So this one is Whitewoods, Palo Santo, Leather, Vetiver, Marshmallows, and Amber. So Empire Alchemy is another brand who can blend leather. Because this is not leather heavy at all. I probably wouldn't have even known that leather was in here if it hadn't been on the notes. This is a woody marshmallow. It's really nice. She does these woody marshmallow scents really well. I wouldn't say it's noticeably Palo, like maybe, but it's more just a general kind of woods. but you definitely get like a vetiver twist and a really nice sweet marshmallow and an amber tone as well. The only thing on this list I wouldn't say you get is leather, to be honest. But I do really enjoy it. I do wish it threw better. I'd say it's medium at best, and I really enjoy this scent. I really want to smell it more of it. But yeah, I would get it again. It's really, really nice. I've realised I've got 10 minutes to get through quite a few scents, so I've gone way too slow today. I did change a couple of things, so I feel like I've got more scents than usual. Rose Girls Spruce Willis, so blue spruce flannel sheets. Love this. I'm always a bit nervous on cold because it's quite harsh. It's got that flannel sheet, so it's got that really harsh, you know, flannel sheets just, I don't know, it can be off-putting sometimes, but warmed up, it smells like just amazing tree. I do think you get that, sorry, I should have paused before stretching myself out this time. Yeah, there was something else it was reminding me of when it was melting, but I can't think of what it was now. Sorry, just making a mess of things. But yeah, I love this. It is super strong. It's one of the strongest Rose Girl scents ever. Love it. Will repurchase it. It's fantastic. Cranberry Woods. So I don't remember melting this. In fact, I'm not even sure I did. I'm going to put that aside because I don't actually think I melted that. Don't know why that's in the box. Because yeah, I would have finished it if I'd melted it. Hayden Road Mountain Mist. So this is nice. It's kind of a, to me it's kind of a, it's a floral scent. It's got green notes and slight earthy notes, but it's definitely floral first. I can definitely get, it definitely does convey mist. So I think that's a good name for it. I feel like I get like a misty floral field. So it's a good scent. It's probably medium, I think, this time. It would have been nice if it was a bit stronger. Like it was definitely there, but it just wasn't super present. It doesn't feel like a repurchase, but it was nice. L3 Bellatrix. So this is Oatmoss and Black Amber. I really like it. I think it's just an oil, Oatmoss and Black Amber. She has a lot of scents that she uses it in, and they're all really good. They all smell kind of similar, but I really love the smell of Oatmoss and Black Amber. It's quite refreshing in an earthy way. Like, I feel like if you want something earthy, but also it's got like a green note, like a creek or something. I really enjoy it. It always throws really strongly. I don't necessarily think I need this scent again, but I'm happy because she's got a whole bunch of different blends with Oatmoss and Black Amber. I'd get any of those blends. They're all really good. Savannah Blue Smoke and Hot. So this is Birch and Black Pepper, Wood Smoke, and Vanilla Bean Noel. I am just head over heels in love with her Wood Smoke oil. It is phenomenal. My favourite smoky oil. The only other vendor I know that uses it is Sassy Wax. I haven't ordered it from her yet, but I got it in a sample from Catherine King, and I just loved it. It's like I don't even have to care what the blend is. If it's got wood smoke in it, I just love it. But I do think Birch and Black Pepper is a nice combo with it, like a little bit woody and a slight creaminess from the vanilla. Just amazing. So, but yeah, just give me all of the wood smoke scents. So that one, the only thing I'd say is I would have liked it to throw a little bit better. I mean, it was kind of medium high, but I wanted it high. But I would still repurchase that in a heartbeat. I loved it. Super Tarts Moody. So this is Cedarwood, Rain, and Juniper Berry. So I've raved about this one so many times. I love her rain scent. Just perfect rain, not floral, not overly, like not floral, not oceanic. No, it's just perfect rain. And with the, it's like the Jo Malone type, I think, so Cedarwood and Juniper. It's just perfect. Like it adds an amazing woody tone, very slight fresh berry sweetness. Not even berry sweetness, but it's just like an earthy sweetness, I guess. I don't know. But I love it. Good throw. 100% when I finish this bag. Like, this is one of my all-time favorite scents. The Farmer's Daughter Pumpkin Pick-Me-Up. So this is Coffee House Pumpkin Pecan Waffles and Cinnamon Sugar Donuts. I actually didn't like this very much. I'm not sure if it was the blend or if it's their pumpkin pecan waffles oil. I think it could be the blend, but it has a very sickly. Sometimes pumpkin pecan waffles gets a very sickly, syrupy tone, and I don't know if it's the oil or how it's blended, but this one gets that sickly syrupy tone. And of course, the Coffee House, not my favorite coffee scent. So yeah, I don't know, but there's a real sickly, just that tone to this one that I don't love, and I'm not sure where it's coming from. So it threw pretty well in the kitchen, but yeah, not a repurchase. Rainy Day Monday from the Farmer's Daughter. So Black Sea, Amber Noir, Plum Citrus. Love this one. This one is amazing. It's quite similar to Teddy B's A Perfect Storm. I think it shares an oil. And I think that same oil I've detected in a few blends. It's kind of like a citrusy, amber. Well, it says amber Black Sea citrus. So sometimes I wonder if like the Perfect Storm is a Black Sea citrusy kind of blend. But this one smells very similar to that, but then it's not quite as oceanic, I think, as that. And it does have a very slightly different sort of fruity tone. So I think that's the plum coming through. So yeah, I had this in the bedrooms, just loved it. It does smell like it has rain in it as well. I don't know, I love it. It throws very strongly. This one's a very strong throwing scent. I definitely want that one again. I love it. Sorry if I am rushing through. I like to beat the clock if I'm getting towards an hour. My favourite things from Vintage Chic Scents. So fresh picked strawberries, fresh baked bread and vanilla butter fudge. This one really did not throw. I could barely smell this. On cold, I don't smell strawberries. I really just smell a very strong bread scent. I think I already said her vanilla butter fudge kind of smells like a yeasty bread to me. So this just smells like bread and bread. I mean, there is sweetness. The vanilla butter fudge, like it smells like yeasty bread and sweetness. But yeah, I don't smell strawberries. I thought maybe when I warmed it up, I'd smell more strawberries, but I smell like barely anything. So, not going to be a repurchase. Fall Foliage from Dessa's. So this is Dew, Leaves, Crackling, Fire and Outdoor Air. I adore this scent. I've melted so much of it. It's been one of my first favorites from Dessa's. It's got a really strong, like, fire, like smoke note. It really makes me think of you standing outside of a cabin, there's a log fire going and the smoke's coming out of the chimney, but you can smell like the outdoor air around you, you can smell the earth, the leaves, the dewiness, you can smell it all. Like crackling fire, leaves, dew, outdoor air, perfect description for it. It is amazing. It always throws well. It's always going to be repurchased. Dessa's Fall Foliage is just the best. Only 3 more scents. I will crack the hour though, I think, which I hate doing. Tea Time Tarts Everyday and Rustling. So Leaves, Toasted Marshmallow, Vanilla Sandalwood, Brown Sugar. I think I've liked this one before. This time around, I think the Leaves, maybe. Because there are Leaves oils I'm not a huge fan of. And this one was just kind of oversweet. Yeah, I don't know. There was just a weird tone, like the leaves and the sweetness of the brown sugar and the marshmallow together. It was a bit stomach turning to be honest. So, but I swear I've liked this one before. It did throw well in my office, but right now that doesn't feel like a repurchase. L3 Deadpool. So this is Smells Like a Sweaty Superhero Should, Vanilla Patchouli and Abercrombie Fierce type. This is really good. I have realized that Abercrombie Fierce is a great blender. It has a really kind of fuzzy, comforting vibe. Like, I feel like a lot of masculine cologne scents that I smell in wax, like I feel like they all kind of lean to, try to lean to be like all kind of rugged or, really sexy or, but this one just smells like comforting and like a fuzzy cardigan, And yeah. I don't really know what the vanilla patchouli is doing in here. I'm sure it's doing something, but I've done another custom now with Fierce, and that's amazing as well. So I'm going to play around a lot more with Fierce. But yeah, I love this one. It always throws well. I was going to say really strong, but I don't know if it was really strong. But it's a good throwing scent. I definitely would get that one again. I have, actually. I've got more of that coming in my next forwarder box. And then the last scent this week is Beach Boy T-shirt. So this is White Linen, Vanilla Oak, Wood Sage, Sea Salt. This was another scent that got completely overpowered to start with by that leather scent that I first changed out. It's going in my kitchens at the moment, but now it took me a little while for the leather to clear out, but once it did, I could smell this and I really like it. It's very different. It's very unique. Because I went in there, I couldn't remember what I'd put in there, and I was trying to put my finger on it. I was like, this smells like nothing I've ever smelled before. So there is a sharp woodiness. So that wood sage and sea salt. But there is a creamy kind of sweetness, but it's odd. It's not one I've come across, and I don't think I'm familiar with vanilla oak, so it's probably coming from vanilla oak. And then definitely like a clean, dry linen. So, but I feel like the vanilla oak, I feel like, is really what makes this quite unique. Like, I'm just not familiar with vanilla oak. I might need to try and get it in a trig tart to smell more of it. Because I do think you get quite a creamy, sweet vanilla, but not just different to any other creamy, sweet vanilla I've tried. So really, really nice, really unique. Like I said, it did get overpowered by the leather scent, but literally everything got overpowered by the leather scent. Once I cleared that out, this is throwing well in my kitchen, and I do think I would get this one again. It's really nice. That is it. That is everything that I melted this week. So lots that I got through as usual. Yeah, so I hope you're all doing really well, and I'll talk to you all again soon. Bye.